Really appreciate it. Super. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much to the IPIA for inviting me to this epic conference and allowing me to share our journey with a luxury packaging brief. I'm Steve Chappell, Graphical Board Development Manager for Antalis. So what does this mean? Well, I look after a portfolio of solid boards made from natural fibers that have strong environmental and an ethical profile. The boards are used for graphical applications such as book covers, greeting cards, postcards, and even games and puzzles, as well as for packaging applications such as rigid boxes and cartons. Antalis is Europe's leading distributor of print, packaging, and visual communication products. We regularly work with printers, designers, and brand owners to help choose the best materials for a job or project. Typically, I would collaborate with other Antalis sector market experts in creative papers and industrial packaging, for example, to deliver the whole Antalis portfolio of goods and services to support our customers. Increasingly, this is for the creation of sustainably led luxury packaging with a focus on innovation and customer experience. For some time, there has been a trend showing the shift in consumer shopping habits from store to online. This has been accelerated over recent months as a result of pandemic and associated lockdowns. Even this week, we have seen further examples of the closure of retail outlets, which is a real shame. Also, many more of us are working from home, which has boosted this online shopping trend. According to a recent published article in the Retail Gazette, 44% of consumers will permanently make this change. This presents retailers and brand owners with the challenge and opportunity of delivering their brand experience to consumers in a different way. More than ever before, receiving and opening your luxury items is an experience that should be optimized. Product packaging should deliver more than just physical protection, directly linking brand and its unique story. So if it's okay with everybody, I'd like to cover the following today. How to approach a luxury packaging brief, inclusive product and transit packaging design, creating an experience that is long-lasting and memorable, sustainability considerations, the importance of substrate choice and new product innovations, and most importantly, industry collaboration. We believe the following elements all need consideration when approaching a luxury packaging brief. Innovation is typically top of any tender that we receive. Innovation in packaging design and technology should be explored to help create standout in the finished piece. Does that innovation come from intelligent design and interactivity such as virtual reality, near-field communication, augmented reality, or track and trace? Is it driven by advances in eco-solutions, safety and optimization? Or is it that the innovation just helps you use and reuse the luxury items more efficiently? Sustainability. In line with the brand's environmental ethics, the package design should minimize waste and use best fit materials. Consideration for materials should have strong environmental credentials, not just in terms of the substrate, but how are they produced, and even looking at the end or extension of life strategy. Recycle, reuse, repurpose, refill. Materiality. Picking the right materials can really make the difference to the success of a product. The textures and colors of the materials used should reflect and reinforce the identity and ethos of the brand. We also need to think about the strength and rigidity of the products. Is it going to deliver on the feel and functionality that's needed? Printing techniques. The right printing and finishing techniques can have a massive impact on not just the final look, feel, and integration with the package, but can have major influence over material selection, production volume, and lead times. Delight and inspire. I think more than any other packaging genre, luxury packaging has a duty to delight and inspire us. Unboxing a desired luxury item after you've purchased it either in a department store or online should just be magical. The finished package should provide more than just protection. It's a key component of the experience, and as such should look and feel brilliant. More than ever before, the need to integrate the physical and the online as a strategy to support customers and brand owners is key. Whatever we think about what we know, whatever we think about it, we know that the ability to interact with the physical retail experience has changed. We now research before we purchase rather than try before we buy. This can lead to expensive returns of products if the consumer doesn't receive exactly what they're expecting. An integrated marketing approach helps close that gap. Budget. Budget in the current climate is massively in the spotlight. By optimizing the materials, print processes, sustainability considerations, and customer experience, it will help to get more out of budget and help deliver the luxury package that was originally thought of. Packaging comes in all shapes and sizes. The retail experience in a department store is all about gratification. It's all about waking up and stimulating the senses. If consumers are going to choose purchasing online instead, we need to make sure that when the postman arrives with a beautifully packaged luxury item, the consumer is craving to have that unboxing experience even before they decide to make their first cup of tea of the day. At Antalis, we know our products inside out. In terms of applications they are suited to, their printing and finishing capability and compatibility, and their environmental credentials. We're always keen to listen to and help our customers, especially in this rapidly changing world, and always want to learn how we can best support them. Wanting to get closer to the reality of creating a new luxury packaging from concept to material choice, printing and finishing, in a reality that this changing world and retail trends face. We tasked ourselves with exactly that, how to successfully deliver a luxury packaging brief. From the perspective of a fictitious brand, we created a brief that addressed the real-life scenario that new brands could be faced with. We wanted an end result that would be protective, mailable, and luxurious. The brief that we set. Design and produce luxury packaging for a high-end startup cosmetics company with strong environmental and ethical values. They would require a design solution for a set of day and night face creams that should be packaged together and would give consumers an enjoyable and memorable unboxing experience in line with their expectations. As a new startup, they would be running smaller quantities, hence the need for digital print solutions. Due to the current pandemic and being a startup business, they will need to sell online, so transit packaging needs to be included. We came up with a sort of logo and an identity for this project of smart luxury packaging, and you can see the logo there, SLP. In reality, this just helped us focus on what we were trying to do, but also gave us opportunity for extra embellishment in the actual packaging. When I was starting to get involved with this project, I started to get really excited at this point. I was sort of out in the garden picking lavender and mint to see which one would be best for which face cream. I was producing mood boards and generally just getting a bit carried away with the whole thing. Luckily, Naomi Williams, the Antalis marketing executive, who has brilliantly project managed this brief all the way through, politely reminded me that I don't actually own a cosmetics brand. And perhaps we should collaborate with experts who know what they are talking about. Whatever, I suppose. We decided to involve the Antalis Smart Luxury Packaging Centre based at our HQ in Leicester. The concept and design was handled by our packaging technologist interns, Sarah Bennett and Charlotte Bradford. To be fair, they're young, bright, current, and really on the ball. They picked up and ran with this concept really, really quickly. We also needed to work with a printer with state-of-the-art digital print technology and the creative capability of handling this brief and delivering it on a tight deadline. We decided to work with EBI in Derbyshire, who were an absolute joy. From receiving the brief from the Smart Packaging Centre, we had fully printed and finished prototypes within a couple of days, but more about them a bit later. Let's have a look at what the Smart Packaging Centre and EBI came up with, which I think looks really, really nice. To reflect the company's environmental stance and in keeping with the season with which the luxury packs would be available, the supporting brand artwork was inspired by nature. It features leaves and soft autumnal colourings. This gives scope to update the packaging in line with the seasons, keeping it fresh and encouraging consumers to buy again rather than switching to another brand. The box, secondly, had a secondary purpose beyond protection. What we wanted to do was to come up with a lovely design that people would keep as a keepsake, to really sort of create that brand loyalty, but also as an environmental point. So what happens is when you remove the foil blocked belly band that runs around the center of this inner box, it opens up into a shape that really displays the inner cosmetics pots. The idea being that this would be something really beautiful to keep on your dresser, or if you were going away for the evening, you could close it back up, put the belly band on and take with you. So it became a really, really functional piece. Let's have a little look at the design and the materials and why we picked them. So first of all, I just want to quickly mention the cosmetics pots that we picked. And for those of you that can see it, these are the sort of pots that we were using. Now, we wanted to look at something that was an alternative to using just plastic. We wanted to investigate what was out there. And we discovered a really innovative product called Duracents. It comes from Stora Enso. And basically the concept is that they take strong, fresh Nordic fibers from FSC certified forests and blend it with polypropylene to make a biocomposite. Now this is really, really interesting because the biocomposite then acts very much like a plastic. It's rigid, it's food safe, it can be molded, but it has the benefits of using natural fibers. Which is really, really quite innovative and something that if you want to find out about, we can tell you a bit about later on. So moving on to the actual package and transit packaging. So first of all, I want to look at number 1 on this sheet, which is Invercote Creato and the inner box. Now, we picked Invercote Creato, which is HP Indigo certified. It's available in 380 gram, 457 micron, which is the heaviest product able as a solid bleach board to run through the HP Indigo. And the idea of using an optimized heavyweight board means that it gives a really lovely sort of feeling of quality once it's been printed. Sometimes when you print boards that are too light, they become flimsy and you lose some of that interactivity. It's made from FSC certified forests and is manufactured by the award-winning mill Iggesund. And in fact, they've qualified for a recent eco award called EcoVadis at platinum level, and only 1% of companies tested managed to achieve this accolade. So it's a really, really good product. On top of that, it's a multi-layer solid bleach board. And what that means is it's really versatile. When you open up this clamshell to display the pots inside, there's a hinging mechanism that in theory would be opened and closed and opened and closed. Now, most products under those circumstances would crack or fall apart. Because of the engineering and the excellent coating on Invercote Creato, you're able to open and close this mechanism thousands of times, which is what made it ideal for this project. Moving on to number 2. This is for the inner trays that hold the pots in space. Now, for this, we wanted to use something that really elevated this and made it look like a luxury item. We decided to pick metal print digital. Again, metal print digital is optimized for the HP Indigo, particularly the HP 12000 with one-shot technology and heavyweight substrate kit. Now, the metal print is a really beautiful product, and certainly when you print inks on top of it, you can use a color to really create some lovely metallic effects. And in this case, we printed a coppery autumn color over the top, which has made a really nice, almost sort of an old gold metallic effect. The addition is that you don't need any additional primer. It's ready to run straight away. Item 3, we looked at for the belly band and for lining the transit packaging. For this, we picked key colour particles, which is 100% recycled. This comes from the key colour collection of uncoated papers. There are 48 unique harmonized colours, and we picked key colour particles sunshine because it was 100% recycled, but also it gave a natural earthy look and feel to this project, which is what we were really looking for. And it also has a beautiful sort of sunshine fleck running through it, which just adds that extra air of quality. As you can see from this as well, we were really easily able to foil block it, and certainly on the inside of the transit packaging where we've laminated sort of 120 gram paper, we were able to digitally print it, and it makes a really nice unboxing experience. So we're not now only concentrating on that inner box, but when you open that transit packaging, you've got a really nice surprise. In this case, we've shown off the Smart Luxury Packaging logo, but also you can see that the writing in there could be a really nice motivational message. But in this case, we've decided to list all the products that have been used in this project. On top of that, the key colour particles comes from a UK mill from Stonywood in Scotland, which has recently celebrated 250 years of paper making. Because you're picking a product from a UK mill, it's got a really good carbon footprint. Antalis has chose to further make this environmentally friendly by carbon balancing it through the World Land Trust, which is chaired by Sir David Attenborough. So having a 120 gram that we can laminate to a transit box and a 250 gram that we can use to make the belly band really shows and helps us show continuity through the whole project. The transit box number 4 is an E-flute corrugate board. And because of that, it's 100% recyclable and comes from sustainable sources. Now, we really need the help from our Smart Packaging Centre on this transit packaging idea. We originally started looking at sort of a double-walled EB flute, but found out that that was a bit too thick for the size of this project. By re-engineering it to an E-flute, we were able to lightweight the whole project because it's designed to go through the post, but also by managing which way around the flutes go in the box, we were able to add extra strength. We were then trying to struggle with how we were going to make this transit box containing this lovely luxury inner box, how we were going to make it go through the post safely. And we looked at various things. We turned things like a tearaway strip, but we ended up using a permanent gloss label from PCL. The idea of that is it gave us opportunity to show extra branding and design, but also it would secure the transit pack nicely and it would have a tamper-proof element. The fact that it was also suitable to run on an HP Indigo really sort of helped us with the really tight deadline. So we produced something really, really nice, but we couldn't have done that without collaborating with experts. And certainly I can't say enough good about EBI in Derbyshire. They're full-featured, solution-driven creative force with one of Europe's most diverse in-house design, print and fulfillment facilities. Quality packed with ingenuity, expertise and variety. Inspiring designs from initial inception through to final delivery. They actually have 7 different print routes and they have 40 different finishing solutions that they can use. It makes them so versatile. They're the complete design, produce and fulfillment service. And I have to say that their willingness to support and collaborate and be there to help us is really second to none. I'd really recommend dealing with them. The Smart Packaging Centre were absolutely invaluable in helping us to realise this. The Smart Packaging Centre is our engine room for the creation of bespoke packaging solutions that make a real difference for our clients. Right from consultations, you can call on their expertise, great packaging design and packaging testing, which is really, really important. They come up with great innovation and new ideas and come up with some really great packaging creation designs. And it's fully there to help support our customers and certainly anyone else who's looking to deal with us. Now, we've decided to push this project even further. We've kind of learnt so much from it that we thought we would start to collaborate in what's called a briefcases project with the Norwich University of the Arts. Basically, this is done in collaboration through the Heaven Company. The idea is to support the next generation of packaging designers. This scheme links academia and industry together. And as such, we have tasked the students with exactly this brief that we've been talking about today, which should present them a really good challenge. The briefing starts on the 9th of December, and for them, they'll start work on this in 2021, and it will go towards their final degree. So we think this is a really good opportunity. And again, if you want to find out more about this, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can follow this whole project with our experience, learnings and materials. We've set up a microsite at antalis.co.uk/SLP. And for questions or to request your own luxury packaging box that we're going to produce over the next 5 to 10 working days, please just pop me an email at steve.chappell@antalis.uk. And what we'll do is we'll make sure that one of these packs gets sent to you. If you want to find anything more about the services or Antalis or anything that we offer, we're heavily present on social media. So all the usual channels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course, Instagram. And really, I just want to say thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. I really hope that you'll contact us and want to talk to us in the future. Thank you very much.